I'd like to thank everyone for coming today to celebrate the college signing of Jamie Abernathy and Maddie Dean. I'll start off saying a few words from their high school, Lawrence High perspective, and then we'll hear from Andy Schmidt and Patrick Norman, their club coaches. So they both have swam for Lawrence High. This will be coming up their fourth year, every year that they could swim at Lawrence High. They're both very team-oriented. They work hard. They're always at practice, and they always do a good job. They have swam at League State every year, pretty much. I'm winging it a little bit. Try not to look at this, so I'm going to have to look at it. But they're a little different. I'd say that Jamie's a little more outgoing and likes to talk a lot more. And Maddie's pretty quiet and reserved. But neither of them are afraid to say things when they really want to say something. And they let me know their feelings or their ideas. And that way they've helped the team too. I like that these things. I like to talk about the schools a little bit because a lot of times people don't know about what school it is that they're going to, or they don't know anything about it. So I know a lot about Jamie's school. She's signing with Loyola of New Orleans. There's several Loyolas in the country. This is the one in Loyola. This is one in New Orleans. Loyola in New Orleans. It's a Jesuit college. It's sits right next door to Tulane. So it has about 2,600 undergraduates, about a third the size of the school that Maddie's going to. Let's see what else. Oh, their mascot is the wolf pack. Their colors are kind of reddish and goldish. I know a little bit more about it because the Free State coach, who's my wife, her dad and mom and sisters all went to Loyola, New Orleans, so it's a little close that way. They have a men's and a women. Both of the schools have men's and women's teams. Right now, or at least as of the end of October, they had a number 5 national ranking. They're NAIA. They're in the Mid-South Conference. The head coach is called TJ. Andrew knows him personally. I don't know him. Natal, he coached at Elmwood Sharks, and that's their club team. He swam at Rummel High School, Archbishop Rummel High School, where my wife, the Free State coach, was the head swim coach there back in the 80s, so a little connection there. He also swam at LSU, where the Free State coach also swam, so some connection there. He was state champion in the 1500 free. Jamie for Lawrence High, was mainly a freestyle sprinter, 50 free, 100 free. She swam the 100 leg in the 400 free relay that placed at state this year or last year. She also swam the 200 free and the 100 backstroke, making state qualifying or consideration times. But she's mainly a sprinter, and it looks like her coach is a sprinter, and that should be good for her. Okay, Maddie. Maddie's going to Southern Connecticut University. It's in New Haven, Connecticut, and its colors are blue and white. Their mascot are the owls, and if you see the owl, it bears some resemblance to the Free State Firebird.
Sorry.
Right. Free State's is a lot younger school, so they copied Southern Connecticut. It has about 7,000 undergraduates, and it's NCAA Division II, and it's in the NE10 or Northeastern 10 conference. at least the swimming is. It's kind of, I think they have a football team, and the football team's in a different conference or something. It's kind of crazy. But they do have a men and women's team too, which all the universities should have. Their head coach is Tim Quill. He's 20th season, and he's been conference coach of the year 23 times in 20 years. So that's pretty good. I'm sure there's men and women in that. He was an All-American swimming at Alfred University. Maddie mainly she swam backstroke for us, but she has swum everything. Last year, she was state qualifier consideration last year in the 50 free, 100 free, 100 back, 100 fly, and 200 IM. So she could do everything. I don't know if you swam the 500 last year, but
this year.
You did?
No, I will this year.
You will. So she could do anything. So is where we needed her. She swam the backstroke leg in the medley relay in 2017 that set a school record and was state champion in that. And then she was league champion last year in the same backstroke leg of the medley relay. Would like to say both schools are going to be competing mostly in their areas, the South and the Northeast. There's no one from Kansas on either of their teams this year. There is someone from Colorado on Southern Connecticut and someone from Nebraska on Loyola's, so that's about as close as they get. So it'll be an adventure. But we've really enjoyed having them both on the team, and we still got another season to go. So now, Andrew Schmidt, he's the coach of the Lawrence Aquahawks. He'd like to talk a little bit, probably about Jamie.
Well, Ken stole a lot of my thunder there, so my talk's going to be a lot quicker than I scheduled, but that's fine. It's nice to hear, though, that Jamie does attend all the high school practices, because she's not attending all of my practices. So she's getting this workout in at some point during the year. Ken talked a little bit about her accomplishments in the pool. Jamie's a Missouri Valley Championship qualifier for us. She's hoping to get a sectional cut this season or this summer before she goes off to school. I think really what I like to talk about with Jamie, though, is the kind of person she is. All of you guys that are here, this is one of the largest signings that I've been to. So I think that's an indication of both Jamie and Maddie, the kind of people they are and the impact they have on so many people that you're all here today. So I think that speaks volumes. One of the biggest things that I try to do and we try to do in our program is make sure we're building good people, not just fast swimmers. And so I think Jamie has done a really good job of growing in our program in that respect. She's always been a lead by example kind of person. Being our only senior this year, she's kind of had to step up and be a lead vocally, which while she does like to socialize, it's not always in a way that is leadership driven. And so it's something that we're working on, but she's done a great job. She's stepped up very fearlessly and is not afraid to voice her opinion and talk when she needs to talk to the kids, make sure everything is staying in line. She works with our youngest group every night. She's committed to doing that. She is there every night for that. The younger kids love her. They adore her. They are all over her all the time, wanting to play. So I think that indicates that kind of connection that she's had with them. She's just a great young woman overall. Loyola's getting a great kid. I'm just really excited for her. And I want to say congratulations to Maddie as well. New Haven's a great area. You're not too far from Hartford or New York City, so there's a lot going on around the area. So I'm sure you'll have fun. But that's all I can say.
I'm Coach Patrick. I coached Maddie for a really long time. My first memory, one of her swimming memories, is when she made the All-Star team, and we got to coach her, and that was a really exciting moment for her. I think that Maddie is a genuine person who has always been very loyal to our program and to all of her teammates. She's always been a hard worker. I think that really shows in what Kent was talking about, being able to step up and swim anything and everything. And she's a backstroker, she's a breaststroker. I really try hard to make her a butterflyer. And I know that she really wants to do the 500 this year. a little anecdote about Maddie is that last year we did something that some people think is pretty intense, but we did an 80,000 meter week, and it started last year. And she did it. She was the last one to finish last year. She stayed at Swimathon for like 4 or 4.5 hours and swam, I don't know how many, 18,000 meters. An 80,000 meter week is 53 miles in a week. And this year, she was the first one done. So last year she was the last one done. This year she was the first one done. She was really into the challenge, and I think it really speaks to some of the adversity that she's overcome over the last couple of years. And she's done a really good job so far this season, hitting best times in some of her events already in November. So I think that when you have seniors who are really going to step into their senior role and continue to improve and do a really good job in their senior year, I think that's going to be huge for Lawrence High this year. And so she's been doing a good job on our team as well. And Southern Connecticut State is getting a great swimmer in Maddie. And of course, congratulations to Jamie too. And both of you, best of luck.
Okay. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for coming. It means a lot to Maddie and I. And I want to say thank you to Andrew and Heather and Kent, of course, for being the best coaches, even though I'm a pain sometimes. You pushing me has helped tremendously. And thank you to my family for putting up with me waking up at 4:30 and like stomping, getting ready every morning, and leaving the hallway light on for Josie. I'm sorry. And Maddie and Jillian, actually, for getting me into swimming when I was 14 years old and remaining my friend even though I was slow. And staying by me until I got a little bit faster. So thank you for that, all of you.
Alright, mine's kind of the same as that. Thank you all so much for coming out. It really does mean so much to the both of us. And then I also want to thank Coach Patrick and Coach Kent for getting me to this point and everything you guys have done for me. So thanks for putting up with me. And then my parents, who have given me every reason to succeed in the sport. And then I'm just so glad I get to share this day with all of you guys. So thanks again for coming out.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Go ahead and sign. This is what everyone came for.
Yeah, we have cupcakes and cake.
Yeah, everyone's welcome.